Wake up, wake up, wake up. It is the Makeup Media Morning Show with the sports with Auntie Shedeur. Well, it is that time for Andrew Berry, the GM, to be thinking about what he said and make sure that they draft and do everything they need to do around my nephew, Shedeur. Even though the Browns season is over with, we're going to keep talking about the Browns. Now, my husband been getting on me because here lately, all I have been talking to him about is what the GM, Mr. Andrew Berry, should be doing. He's like, babe, what are you doing? Are you emailing the man? Are you taking notes for him? Are you working for him? Because I'm all invested. As of today, I'm talking about right now. I know that they have interviewed at least 6 coaches for that head coaching job. Now, I'm going to go to my notes because I know I'm probably going to butcher a couple of their names, but it's okay. I want to make sure I give you guys these so-called candidates. Well, not so-called, because they are candidates that they have already interviewed. So let's go to Auntie Shedur's notes and let's check out these coaches that the Browns have been interviewing. So they've already interviewed Mr. Dan Pitcher. Now, he is the Bengals offensive coordinator. Auntie Shedeur ain't really feeling that because we know Burrow was getting sacked and so forth and so on. Don't get me wrong, because I see that Mr. GM Andrew Berry, he's trying to keep to his word and they're trying to focus more on their offensive line because they already got the defensive, they got that in the smash. They even went ahead and interviewed their own right there in the Browns organization. That defensive coordinator, you know Jim Schwartz, you know who that is, but they are really focusing on the offense. So I do believe that they probably letting these coaches know we're going to keep our defensive coordinator. That's if he don't get that head coaching job. Let's see who else that I have down here on my radar. Oh, we have Cleveland Browns offensive coordinator, Mr. Tommy Rees. I'm sorry. Nope. That's a negative. Auntie Shedeur says no. I hope Andrew was listening to me. That's a straight up no. Offense stink. I'm sorry. I know Stefanski was here and those things were going on, but we don't have time to be trying to experiment with Tommy. I'm not feeling that one. Okay, let's see who else I got. I got Mr. Mike McDaniel, you know, the Miami Dolphins former head coach. Okay, I see, you know, kind of why he got canned, because I do believe he invested too much into it. I believe he should have been, you know, trying to fix some things for that. But I also seen when that young man came into the NFL with his young self and what he was able to do with Miami. So he's a pretty good prospect for me. Now, this just for me. This is what Auntie's talking about. I hope you hear me. Andrew, hope you hear me. Who else did you interview? Oh, we got Mr. Todd Monken. He is the Ravens offensive coordinator. You know what? I can kind of see that. I'm not too upset with that because the Ravens offense, I'm not gonna say they doing bad at all, but I see the pieces, how they put together and the different things that they did, and the Ravens did do some things. So the 6 that they have so far, I'm okay with that. Then we have John Harbaugh. Yeah, you heard me. You heard what I said. Mr. John Harbaugh. Now, he is the former head coach of the Ravens. He was Lamar Jackson's former head coach. And the word on the streets, in the YouTube Cleveland streets is that Cleveland is interested in him being the head coach, and he is too. Now, wouldn't that be something? He just jumped from one team to the next in the same division. Now, wouldn't that be something? I would like to see what he can do with the talent that is already here. So if you have been reading what the Beat Street and YouTuber streeters have been putting out here in Cleveland on social media, they have already put out in some of the articles who the Browns are keeping, and they also have signed some of the guys that was on the practice squad because of how they play, and they're coming back. So I see the potential. And the Browns have not one, but 2 first-round picks coming up in this upcoming draft. And they said, not they, but Andrew Berry, the GM, he said that they were going to focus on the offense. So, IT is watching. The fans is watching. Cleveland, I need y'all to be barking and doing what you need to do, because regardless of all the things that y'all hearing, whatever 90.23 the fan is saying, whatever the dog pounder beat writers is saying, ain't no competition with my nephew and Dylan, because those things are swirling around there too. Shedeur is who y'all need to be making sure with the rest of them take Cleveland into a winning season. Now, let's talk about some playoff football. Now, y'all know I gave y'all my picks. I was wrong on a couple of them, but the majority of my picks were right. Now, let's go to the notes and check out the scores, all right? In the AFC, we had the Bills beating the Jaguars 27-24. You had the Patriots pulling it off 16-3 versus the Chargers. In the NFC, we got the Rams. They beat the Panthers 34-31. I was kind of upset. I thought that the Panthers was going to pull it off, but it did not happen that way. We also had the 49ers versus the Eagles. They pulled it off. The 49ers, they got 23. The Eagles got 19. Oh, the champs, they are knocked out. We got the Bears and the Packers. That was the game of the weekend. I am happy to see Caleb going on to the next step. If you guys aren't in the loop, just make sure you stay in the loop, because this upcoming Saturday and Sunday, you know that the games will be on. So just tune in, because you know I will be, and I'll be letting you know who is going to go to the next step. My pick for all the games for next week, I'm just going to give y'all my pick. I'm not going to go through team for team. I'm going to say the Bears. I'm rooting for the Bears. So next week, I'm all in on the Bears. So aunties, uncles too, let's not forget we got some nieces out here. So I am going to be keeping y'all in the loop and letting y'all know what's going on with the nieces, especially now I got one that's still playing that I am watching and been watching and gonna watch her go into the WNBA, and that is my niece Flajanae. If y'all hadn't checked out our music, do that. If you don't know what team she played for, it's LSU. And I'll let y'all know what's going on with the WNBA. Until next week, I'm out. This has been a podcast from the Mecca Media Social Media Network.